Have Your Say Hobsons Bay is a series of stories and experiences of people who live, work and play within the municipality of Hobsons Bay. Let's hear how their lives were changed because of COVID-19. Have your say, Hobsons Bay.
Hi, I'm Lauren from Nectar Speakers Bank and I use she, her pronouns. Before we get started today, I'd first like to begin our session by acknowledging the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which we meet today and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Sovereignty has never been ceded and it always was and always will be Aboriginal land. So today we're here with Talia Cotio from Williamstown Community Education Centre. Talia, do you mind just sharing a bit about yourself and what you do at the centre?
Hi, I'm Talia Cotio. I am the Reception and Admin Officer at the Williamstown Community and Education Centre. I've been there for about 2 years now. I love my job. It's the best job I've ever had. I work mainly helping out with education administration, childcare administration. I also look after a lot of the initiatives, the Recycling Made Easy program, the Share the Dignity, free sanitary items, vending machine for women, and a bunch of other things as well, emergency relief as well. So yeah, just I'm pretty much the face of the centre. If you come down, I'll be the first one that you see there at the desk, and yeah.
Awesome. I also just wanted to pick your brain on something. So what comes to your mind when you hear the word community? What does that mean to you?
Community to me is about people living in unity, helping each other, living for one another, because, the rule of nature is to live for one another. So I think just, if you see a need, just to be able to, help out where you can. There's a quote by Marion Wright Edelman, who started the Children's Defence Fund, that said, service is the rent we pay for living. And that's something that I always keep at the back of my mind because it's true. You're like, whatever we can do to help other people and to make other people feel, welcomed and supported. I think that, a part of being a community is involving everybody and, making sure that everybody's well looked after, yeah.
Would you say, I guess that drives your passion for community?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always had a passion for social justice ever since I was a little girl. But I think, in my role at the Williamstown Community and Education Centre, it's kind of amplified that passion for me because I get to directly work with, the most disadvantaged people of our community. And it's a dream for me. I love doing what I do. I love helping people. And yeah, that's my biggest passion, is to, help out wherever I can.
You were just awarded Young Citizens of the Year. Congratulations. How are you feeling about it?
It was actually the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me. I feel very humbled to have received that. And I feel like now I have a real responsibility to the community to, do good and leave goodness behind me wherever I go and try and, see a need and do something about it. I feel like I've got, that responsibility now to represent my community, but it's the greatest honour of my life so far, and I'm so humbled to have received that award and recognition. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So can you share any advice or insight for anyone maybe wanting to make a difference in the community but aren't too sure where to start yet?
In every area, there's community organisations all around. So if you've got the time, just try and see where you can help out. Like at the Williamstown Community and Education Centre, last year there was a need for volunteers helping with digital literacy for people that weren't quite up to scratch and going into a computer class, and then we would engage a volunteer to be able to get them get their computer skills up to scratch so that they could enter that beginner's computer class. And it's not just that. Like, other organizations have other things that you can do. There's always something to do around the place. So I think just getting out there, seeing what needs to be done. Call your local neighbourhood house, call your local community organisations and ask them, is there any way I can assist? Because I can imagine with COVID and the last 2 years that everybody's had, there is a demand for all of this. But, sometimes some of those organisations might have struggled. So, just putting out a hand wherever you can. I think, and just asking around how can I help and what's the best way to help, and, going forward from there. So, yeah.
Yeah. I suppose might be easier as well if they probably start in their local community, maybe.
Yeah.
Opposed to
even just as little as when you go down to the beach, or if you go down to the park and you see some rubbish in front of you, just picking it up, just popping it in the bin, or, smiling at a passerby. That whole community experience is about, feeling welcomed and feeling like you're part of the bigger picture, you know what I mean? So just making sure that, you're trying to leave, a mark wherever you go, everybody has the chance to make an impact. And whether it's something small or something big, the ripple effect is always massive. Like, if you're doing the right thing, there's always a ripple effect. So
it definitely sounds like any small act of kindness will contribute to the bigger idea of a better world.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. So I did just want to ask you on a more, I guess, serious note of COVID-19 and how, I suppose, how has that impacted yourself and your work in the community, and also your role in the community centre?
Well, I actually started at the Williamstown Community and Education Centre in March 2020, so at the very start of the pandemic. So I have remained at the coalface through all the lockdowns. We've been open and closed and open and closed. So I've been, at the centre, fielding calls, fielding inquiries, making sure that there's someone there to, be able to distribute emergency relief, helping out with student packs and things like that. So I would say that I've kind of, in my role, has kind of grown and moulded around COVID. So I didn't have much experience in community services beforehand, but, I don't know, now it's just, I don't know, I've kind of grown with COVID. So I don't know.
You're wearing different hats, yeah. Yeah. So I was just interested to hear if you were engaged in any other additional activities, community-based activities outside of the community centre role.
Well, during lockdown 5, I worked with the Wee Kitchen in Altona to be able to deliver free coffee to emergency services, so the Altona Police Station, Altona Fire Brigade, and the ambulance services in St John as well. So that was just something in my personal time that I dedicated time to. And there's also, I spent a lot of time at the Newport Rams Baseball Club, which is amazing community spirit. My partner is a coach down at the club, so we often spend a lot of time down there helping out with whatever they need help with. So mainly just the Newport Rams.
All right, so we're almost at the end of our podcast, but before we finish up, would you like to say a short message for any community members listening in or watching this podcast?
I think just if you're in kind of a hard part of life and you're at your lowest point, I think if you're determined enough, you can go forward and you can achieve your dreams and you can make your life the best you can make it, kind of thing. I mean, I think it's just about being determined enough to, to do better for yourself and do better for the community. And I think, as I said before, service is the we pay for living. So as if we can help and be as kind as we can, then I think we're doing something right. So yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to be on our podcast today. I hope our listeners were able to learn something new from your insight, or maybe feel a bit more confident participating in community programs. Maybe they felt concerned about coming in of like maybe COVID reasons, or maybe they weren't sure about like certain programs that are being run. So on the last note, viewers, if anyone would like to get in touch with us or learn more about Necto Speakers Bank, you can contact us on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, or you can email us at speakersbank@necto.org.au, or give us a call at 03 9687 7066. Bye for now and see you next time.